Hi everyone, welcome to BTT World News. My name is Ahal and I'm here to bring you the latest global updates. Let's dive into this week's top international and national news stories and see what's making headlines around the world. Beginning with this week's international news updates. North Korea reportedly sends 3,000 troops to aid Russia in Ukraine conflict. North Korea has allegedly dispatched 3,000 troops to Russia, marking the first time a third country may directly join Russia's fight in Ukraine. US and South Korean officials confirmed the deployment, with soldiers reportedly being trained for combat. US Defense Secretary called the involvement very serious. Meanwhile, Ukraine claims Russia's attempts to gain support at the BRICS summit have backfired. Türkiye has launched airstrikes on over 30 Kurdish militant targets in Iraq and Syria, following a deadly attack on Ankara''s TUSAS aerospace and defence facility that killed 5 and injured 22 people. The Kurdistan Workers' Party, also known as the PKK, is suspected to be behind the assault. 2 attackers were killed during the incident, and Turkey's defence minister vowed to pursue the PKK until all terrorists were eliminated. Jeju Island in South Korea is offering newlyweds subsidised housing for $28 a month to combat the country's record low fertility rate. It has been described by the president as a national emergency. Despite $280 billion spent on solutions, experts highlight gender inequality as a major barrier to childbirth. Cultural factors such as high societal pressures and inadequate support for mothers persist. Jeju's new policy aims to attract young families, but broader social change is needed for lasting impact. An E. coli outbreak traced to McDonald's Quarter Pounders has sickened 49 people across 10 states, with 1 death reported in Colorado. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, is investigating fresh slivered onions and beef patties as potential sources. McDonald's has removed these ingredients in affected areas. 10 hospitalizations, including a child with kidney complications, have occurred. The number of cases is expected to rise as the investigation continues.
You've probably heard that lawyer fees can really add up, right? Imagine how much money you could save if you handled most of your legal case yourself. With BTT Lawyers now you can. At BTT Lawyers, we understand that family law cases can be really complicated and expensive. That's why we give you complete control over your case and your expenses. Believe it or not, you can handle 70% of your case yourself. With the help of our legal advisors, clear plans and cutting-edge technology, you can manage the key parts of your case on your own. From preparing documents to tracking your case progress, you'll be able to understand and control everything. We're always here to support you through our offices in Preston, Dandenong, Sydney and Canberra. Facing legal issues doesn't mean going broke or giving up on your case. With BTT Lawyers, you'll only pay a small fraction of the typical legal fees. Ready to take charge of your case? Contact us today. BTT Lawyers, with you, for your case.
And now for news updates across Australia for the week. Lydia Thorpe disrupts royal reception, protesting King Charles's and calling for an Indigenous treaty. Thorpe interrupted the royal reception at Parliament House, shouting at King Charles III, accusing him of genocide and demanding the return of stolen Indigenous land and a treaty. She shouted that he was not our king and was swiftly escorted out by security after approaching the stage. She later stated she intended to hand the monarch a notice of complicity in Aboriginal genocide. Her protest, which included turning her back during the national anthem, drew sharp criticism from political leaders. Many First Nations people supported the message, while other First Nations did not, claiming that the timing was not appropriate. Former ACCC head Alan Felt has accused the New South Wales government of suppressing critical parts of his review into Sydney's toll roads, particularly financial modelling revealing toll cost growth. Bureaucrats blocked the release of this information, citing legal risks. The review, commissioned to lower toll prices, recommends government control of toll pricing. Meanwhile, rising toll costs have prompted truck drivers to avoid toll roads, increasing congestion in suburban areas. An urgent review has been launched after concerns arose that service fees charged by third-party parking apps in several New South Wales council areas may breach state regulations. Some apps, like PayStay and EasyPark, are adding up to 11.5% in service fees without clear upfront disclosure to motorists. North Sydney Council is investigating the issue, while legal experts argue that councils must cover these administrative costs and ensure transparency under New South Wales regulations. WA Premier Roger Cook has urged Port Hedland councillor Adrian McRae to resign, calling him an embarrassment after his appearance on Russian state-owned Sputnik TV. McRae, who quoted Nazi jurist Carl Schmitt and criticised Western media, has sparked controversy. His comments do not represent the local council, and this follows earlier headlines for supporting Vladimir Putin in a disputed Russian election. That concludes our news updates for this week. Thank you for listening to BTT World News. Stay tuned for more updates and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more news updates around the globe.